Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. You might even hear my voice being lost a little bit after that game. What a freaking awesome game that was. Honestly, that is probably the biggest comeback of the year. Maybe not score-wise, but holy cow, momentum-wise, the way we've been playing, we needed this win. It's a huge win. Man, we are playing some good baseball right now. That's a huge... I can't tell you enough how big that win is, but we win 6-5 after a big comeback in the 8th inning. We're going to go through it and everything else, of course, like we always do. But let's talk about the box score very quickly. McGill wins his second game of the year after a great, I think, 8th inning, right? I think is when he pitched because they came in after that. He did great tonight. May got his first save this year. The 6th different Twins pitcher to get a save this season. But what a game that was. Let's start with the pitching. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, and we're going to go right into the hitting like we always do. But Perez, not his best start again, but hey, we didn't bring him here to be the ace, right? We brought him here to be a 5 guy. He's acted more like a 3 or a 4, especially as of late, but you know, that's fine. You know, when you can get wins, when you're not having your best night, that's what matters, right? And his walks obviously came back to bite him a little bit too much tonight, but hey, he found a way to get out of it. He did give up one big home run after a walk to Edwin Encarnacion, loaded, or it wasn't loaded the bases, excuse me, first and second. He gave up a big home run, but came back, dialed it in. He gave up 6 hits in his 5 innings of work, 4 earned runs, so not too great, but you know, if it wasn't off of that home run, it's a whole different ball game. He struck out 7 and walked 3. The rest of the guys in the bullpen were very clean. Duffy again pitching, not sure why he still gets all these innings, but he did great tonight. He's lowered his ERA a little bit. He pitched 1 inning, gave up no hits, no earned runs, no nothing except for 1 strikeout. Harper had the worst night of them all, and that's great to see him, you know, having the worst night, I guess, because he's a really good pitcher. You know what I'm trying to say here? Harper went an inning, gave up 2 hits, allowed a run and a walk, but hey, didn't have his best stuff tonight, still was able to get out of the inning fine. Obviously, that run did hurt us a little bit, but we were able to come back, and it didn't, you know, hurt us too bad, and it was fine in the end, right? So, McGill, great job tonight, though, in his 1 inning of work. Got the win, as I said, struck out 1, and then May, holy cow, that was the most stressful 9th inning I've ever seen as a Twins fan. That's not true. I've seen stressfuler, but that was a big couple of outs. Leadoff hit, men on first and second with nobody out. He gets a strikeout, and that was the biggest strikeout of the game on Edwin Encarnacion. Got the call there. Boom! Rung him up. That was awesome. And then got the next 2 guys to pop out. 3-2 pitch with the guys on first and second. Seager up, who did great tonight. That was insane. So let's talk about hitting. That was awesome. I tell you what, we're hitting home runs. We're scoring runs. Let's go break it down inning by inning. First 3 innings, we didn't do anything. I mean, if you just, let's go look at the plays for a second. Let's break it down by inning. The first inning, ground out. A double by freaking Polanco. We'll talk about him in the box score after this, but a double and a pop out by Cruz, and Rosario strikes out on a foul tip. Nothing. Second inning, Miguel flies out. No, stop. He frustrates me sometimes. Gonzalez strikes out. First time tonight after he struck out two other times. So we struck out 3 times tonight, and then Scope grounded out. The third inning, again, nothing really happening. We did get a little bit of a scoring threat here. I thought we were able to, you know, bounce back after they hit that 3-run home run. Castro grounded out. Buxton singled. Kepler grounded out, or it was a fielder's choice. Polanco got hit by a pitch, so it was first and second, and Nelson Cruz grounded out. That was really unfortunate. But in the 4th inning, this is when we came alive. Rosario doubled. Great job by him. Miguel Sano freaking swung at the first pitch. All he needed to do was literally lay down a bunt, and he would have gotten Rosario over to third. That was really frustrating for me to watch. I want to know what you guys think about Miguel Sano in this game, as well as, you know, what you've seen I know some of you guys, I think it's Tim. Tim, I know you're arguing for him, but he just can't. He doesn't come up in these big spots. He hits when everybody else is hitting. He beats up on bad pitchers, which is good, but he doesn't have that same clutch ability that a lot of these guys seem to have. He popped out, then Gonzalez struck out again. Jonathan Scope, dinger. That I didn't know. When Jonathan Scope came up in this at bat, I honestly had no faith in him. I was like, gosh darn it, we were wasting a double. But no, I feel so bad, but he right over the wall into the stands, home run. The next batter, Jason Castro, sends his 8th into the stands, and I don't know if you guys know who caught the ball. If you were watching the game, I'm not going to focus on this too much. It's a guy, he wears a helmet every time, something about the Yankees, like everybody hates the Yankees on his shirt. I don't want to spend too much time on this. But when I was at the game a couple of times ago, he pushed me while we were in batting practice to get a fly ball. I don't think he pushed anyone tonight, but I've seen him push kids before. I was talking to another season ticket holder. I'm not a season ticket holder, but somebody who was, and she said that the guy has been kicked out several times for pushing kids. It's really unfortunate that he got the ball, but you know what? It's fine. Home run, Jason Castro tied things up. Like I said, not going to spend too much time on that, but I feel really bad that he got the ball. Not going to lie. It doesn't matter. We're going to go on to the 8th inning. Again, nothing happens in the 5th, 6th, or 7th. Also, that home run by Jonathan Scope, he set the franchise record for most home runs before the All-Star break. We had 125 entering today. We hit 126 and 127. All-time franchise record. That's awesome. We still have 24 games to go before the All-Star break. How about that? That's incredible. So let's go to the 8th inning. Honestly, I almost saw this coming. Not going to lie, I did not predict this or anything, but I saw this coming where he got Brandon Brennan came in to replace Mike Leake. Mike Leake had a great night. I mean, he was really good besides those 2 home runs. In the 8th inning, when Kepler came up, he got into a not really favorable count. It was 1-2, but a changeup that stayed outside. He's very capable of hitting that into the corner like he did tonight on his horse. Got a double out of it. Okay, great. Polanco's up next. Honestly, I thought they'd walk him. That was my thought, but then you bring up Nelson Cruz. So what did they do? First pitch is a ball. Second pitch is a ball. What is Polanco expecting? A fastball. What did he get? A fastball right into the right field corner. That scored Kepler. It was 5-4. Then he kept going. He didn't stop. This is the 3rd time he didn't stop at first. He got thrown out once trying to advance to second, but he got there twice. That was a huge double for Polanco to slide in there and get into scoring position. That changed the game. They walked Nelson Cruz, not intentionally, but they weren't really giving him anything to hit. Understandably, he came in with 4 home runs in a row. He didn't get one tonight, but it's fine. You understand the threat that he possesses. It would have given us the lead anyway. So, right there, he gets walked. It's 1st and 2nd. Rosario, boom. Thought he had a home run. I'm not going to lie. I really thought that was a home run. But it's a deep fly out. Polanco advanced. And then how about Miguel Sano coming up? Granted, he was the guy. It wasn't an RBI. But he was the guy who got in the run. Did he do enough? I don't know. Would somebody else have gotten a hit? Would they have grounded into a double play? I don't know. That's the what-if land you play, right? But Miguel Sano was the guy up at the time, and a wild pitch happened. A great call by Mr. Bramer, the play-by-play guy. He said, oh, they could throw a wild pitch right here. Boom, that's what he did. And then Miguel Sano struck out. We scored the run, though. It was tie game. And then Marwin Gonzalez comes up after striking out 3 times tonight, gets a huge hit, and wins us the game. Gonzalez scores Cruz from second, and we win the game. Like I said, in that huge 9th inning where we gave the first 2 guys, and we got a huge strikeout on Edwin Encarnacion, and then the last 2 guys to pop out. So let's go to the box score. I'll tell you how everybody did. Kepler, 1 for 4 tonight. The big double to start off the 8th inning. Good for him. Polanco, 3 for 3, increasing his average up to 341. He had 1 RBI tonight, which was the big one in the 8th inning, and scored a run, which was on the passed ball or the wild pitch, I guess you could call it. Cruz went 0 for 3 tonight. What can you do? But he got walked. He scored the winning run, right? So that's a productive day. Rosario had a productive day, going 1 for 4 with a run. Then Sano went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. I tell you, he just can't come up in big situations. Gonzalez, 1 for 4, struck out 3 times, but did it when it mattered. See, if Sano would have done that, that's fine, because he can come up in big situations, but he hasn't proven that he can do that. So that was frustrating. But then the bottom of the lineup, again, doing what they needed to do when they needed to get back into this game when we were down 3-0. Scope with a 2-run home run, scored 2 RBIs and a run. Castro 1 for 3 with a home run, RBI and a run. And then Buxton 1 for 3 tonight. Did his job to get on base. So everybody in this lineup except for Miguel Sano, who I guess you could argue had a productive night because he scored the wild pitch. Granted, you know what I'm saying. Had a productive night. And that's what more can you ask for? Like I said, honestly, I think this is probably the biggest comeback we've had this year momentum-wise. Cleveland won tonight, so our magic number is, 87 now? But it would have been 86 if they would have lost. They beat Cincinnati in 10 innings. But this is the kind of game that we needed. After a long, really long, and kind of, I think, upsetting road trip, we should have done a little bit better. But it was a tough it was tough teams to come back home, win a good game like this, send it, into Barrios' hands against Tommy Malone. We should do fine. And then to hopefully keep it going, even if we lose with Pineda on Thursday, we take the series. And this was, like I said, the hardest game I think we were going to play, but we found a way to win. That's what matters. That's what separates this team from any other team we've had in the past. So I am extremely excited. I hope you guys, enjoyed the video. It was a great game. So that's all I got for you today. Make sure to come back tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Peace out, guys.